Hello and welcome to today's Montgomery Minute for individuals. Do you owe the IRS more than $10,000? We've all heard these advertisements on radio, late night TV, things like this. These are a scam. Don't ever call these phone numbers, okay? What they're doing is they're leveraging the offer and compromise program that was forced on the IRS by Congress years ago in a political move. The IRS hates this program, okay, because when they lobbied against Congress for this or against this, they never wanted to create an environment that encouraged taxpayers to accrue large tax debts and then be able to come and get those debts relieved for a much lesser amount. That rewards bad behavior by taxpayers and discourages compliance and treats those people that comply with tax law and pay tax on time, treats them unfairly. Okay, so that's just a little background about the offer and compromise program that was forced on the IRS by Congress. Okay, it's very hard to qualify for this program, to qualify for an offer and compromise. Okay, it helps if you're old, not a lot of earning years ahead of you. Okay, and you have to be broke and destitute to qualify, or the tax debt has to be so large that you can't even really cover the interest payments. There's just no hope of, no hope at all of getting those taxes paid. So let me tell you about the offer and compromise program. Okay, when you file your offer you have to submit it to the Memphis office, Memphis IRS office. When you submit your offer and compromise, the IRS has to stop all collection action. They cannot issue liens or levies, send letters, anything like that until they respond to the offer. Because there's so many offers being submitted by all these scammers out there, the IRS takes about a year to 18 months to respond to an offer. So what that does for people who are really under the gun with the IRS and they're getting letters and levies and liens and all kinds of stuff, submitting an offer stops all that, okay, and suspends it basically until the IRS responds to that offer. So when you think about these scammers and what their ads say, they say, we're going to stop the collection calls, stop the threat of levy liens actions. We're going to get in between you and the IRS. They're not doing anything, okay? Those are the rules of the offer and compromise program. So the next thing is, how do you do this? It's actually very easy. So there's a couple forms you fill out, and you get them right off the IRS website. 433A for individuals. If you also have your own business, a 433B, and then a form 656. Okay, and it's basically like filling out a loan application. There's a calculator built in. You fill out all this information about your income and your debts and your assets, and there's a calculator that calculates what your offer is. There is no negotiation in this, all right? So these scammers are trying to make it sound like they're doing some miracle thing. What these scammers do is they require an upfront retainer, usually of about $5,000 or more, to do this offer and compromise program. They send you the forms. They don't even do it. They send you the 433s and the Form 656, and they have you fill it out. They just kind of cross check it, and then they put it all together and they send it to the Memphis office. They do next to nothing. Okay. And, but they've met what they've said. They've stopped the IRS from any collection calls, liens, levies, actions, stuff like that. When that offer gets rejected in about 18 months, because most of these scammers' offers get rejected, and you go back to them and you say, but I still owe all the taxes, they'll refer to their engagement letter, which says, well, we can't guarantee that the IRS is going to accept your offer, but we did get them to stop all the collection calls for about 18 months. And so we relieve that. So coming away from this Montgomery Minute today, and the other thing, well, one of the things I want to mention is what they're capitalizing on is people that are afraid to ask for help. Because when people are in this kind of tax problem, it's not like they're out there talking to their friends about it and say, hey, do you know of anybody that can help me, that got this big tax debt? It's not like, asking for a referral to a mechanic or something, okay? So people are actually, hiding this issue and they're seeing these advertisements, and so they're calling these companies. Okay, attorney generals in many states work to shut these companies down. If you notice, these companies usually change names about every year. All right, and so gives them an opportunity to not worry about all those offers that got rejected that they filed previously. All right. So if you're in a position like this, or if you know of someone in a position who may be in a position like this, have them go to the IRS website, have them look at these forms, the offer and compromise forms, the 433s and the 656, okay? Fill them out yourself, okay? And then once you've done that or worked through it, get with a CPA, get with a tax attorney, ask them to review this thing and see if it's going to be worthwhile to submit this thing. Okay. You can do this stuff yourself with a nominal fee with a CPA like me, any CPA, a tax attorney, something like that. And so you can submit that offer. But just remember, it's hard to qualify. Like I said, it helps if you're old. It helps if you don't have a lot of earning years ahead of you, or if the tax debt is insurmountable. Okay. And then you stand a very good chance of getting that thing approved. Thanks for watching today's Montgomery Minute.